Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is having a happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. It's good to see everyone in chat. I appreciate every single one of you that are here supporting me, um, still watching my lives, showing me love. A lot has been going on in my personal life and just in the YouTube streets and all that stuff. But regardless, the goal remains that I want to continue talking about Kylie Rodney. My focus is getting factual, correct information out there, and that's something that I'm going to stay true to. Um, so, so we can talk about a little about. Most of you have seen Nick and Cece's live last night. I was personally very, very thankful for that live. I think it cleared up a lot of questions that most of us had. It might not have been, some of the answers that we were, we would like to hear that kind of backs up, what backs up our theories. But Nick Wren is a humble guy with integrity, and he's only going to answer and speak on the things that he knows based on what he saw. He's not going to make anything up. He's not going to be able to give us all of the answers of anything he can't speak on. And I commend Cece for, she got to actually meet up with the guy who found allegedly Kylie Rodney. She got to sit down and speak with him and to get him to do an interview. Like, shout out to Cece for that interview. I am so appreciative of that. So, with that being said, I do have some notes that I've taken about the live, and I just wanted to like reiterate some of those things that we were able to debunk because, you know, like I said, I felt they were very important questions. So let's see. About the question about what gear the car was in. Nick's answer was once he was underwater, the visibility was not that great. His job was basically to confirm the vehicle, see and confirm if there were human remains inside, and that is exactly what he did. He didn't notice if, what gear that it was in. So, um, I think he answered that to the best of his ability. He now has more experience with underwater investigations and such, and he said that on his own live. Had he gone into it with knowing then what he knows now, it would have been a completely different dive. However, he did what his job was, and he was very clear on that. He did not speak on what law enforcement agency reached out to him because he said he did not know. He was kind of a trainee, he said. And so it was the other guys who had that information. So I'm I'm thankful that he answered everything truthful. He stuck to what he knows, and yeah, like I said, I think that stuff was very important. Um let's see. So the thing he said about Nick, the tow truck driver, is that he believes that Nick G believes what he saw. He said he can only go off of facts, and from what Nick G was saying, the company has footage, but there's no way to tell. And he said even to this day, he hasn't heard anything, and neither have we. I thought that was important to put out. Let's see. He did not see the rear strap. He saw that afterwards in the footage after YouTubers and people pointed it out, but in his dive, he did not see that. LE has not reached out to any of them since. We meet up with them. Him and Doug and the team met up with them before they left the area, um, and got to help them see some of their equipment and things like that and help them hopefully learn a little bit from their experience. Let's see. I think Sifa is here. Let me see if he wants to come up right away. Okay. So yeah, does anybody have any questions or comments or anything they wanted to speak on about that interview? And I will say that if you do have questions, please go to Cece's channel, and in her comment section, you can leave a comment or a question, and I'm pretty sure she would feel, you know, she would be blessed and more than honored to answer any questions anyone might have. Sorry, I'm drinking my water. Let's see. I'm just trying to touch up on a little bit. So they were told to leave the scene basically because they were not law enforcement, which is saddening and heartbreaking. He said that when they did ask them to leave, Cece had made it a point to ask if they asked AWP any questions on anything with the recovery, and he said no. They were basically told to leave the scene, and they didn't get to help to aid in the recovery at all, which is sad and heartbreaking because when Nick spoke on his previous live, he clearly says how they would have recovered any vehicle in that situation. He was very clear about that, and I just wish that they would have allowed them to do the recovery, but who knows why they didn't. I mean, I think we all have our own theories on that, but who knows? Yes, Alice, I was gonna I'm about to drop her link again, but so most of you are following Cece. So instead of dropping her channel, I'm just going to drop the link directly to her video her live that she has scheduled for tonight. So I'm pretty sure she'll be able to address anything there that you might have questions about. But that is a direct link to her live. That is for tonight at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. So go and make sure you click notify me so that you don't miss out on Cece's live that she's having tonight. Okay, let me catch up on some of you guys' comments. Hey, Aura, Crime and Crochet. Let's see if anybody else came in. Bridget, I wonder what drew Nick to that spot. He first thought it was a boat and called Doug to also look on sonar. As far as seeing her, I'm sure he knows and will always have that with him. From what I understand, Bridget, from watching the AWP footage, they both went in two boats, separate ways, so they could take on more of the lake, two teams going in different directions. And when he came across the anomaly that he noticed under the water, he wanted to be sure of what he was seeing, and that's when he called Doug over. And that's when they both kind of looked at it together and figured out that, hey, this could be something. As far as him seeing her, he did make it very clear that he saw from her shin down. So, that's the very bottom of her leg down. Pants, leg, socks, shoes, plural. He said the pants were likely a dark color. He did say that coloration gets really odd down there, like the coloring is off. So it was, from what he could tell, it was dark colored pants. He didn't say a specific color, if I'm remembering correctly. He just said dark. He said the shoes were more probably like a gold colored Vans style shoe, which, gold color Vans could be because they were white and the algae mixed with it made them a gold color. And that's from what he was seeing, in his camera with being underwater with the coloring all messed up. The visibility, once you go down a little deeper, is not as clear. So again, he just spoke on what he saw. And yeah, it's always different in hindsight, but he was new. Now, he did clarify to Cece last night that this wasn't his first finding of a vehicle. He didn't elaborate, so I don't know, and I can't speak for him. I don't know if this was his first time, finding human remains. I do know that it wasn't his first dive as far as finding vehicles. He did say that last night, and you can refer to Cece's interview about that. Do you think there are things Nick knows as fact but is not revealing? I think that it's very possible that he does have more knowledge on, like the underwater footage. I'm pretty sure there was more in depth, of course, unblurred footage. And then he handed that over to the proper authorities. And like he said, what they did with that after is beyond his control. So maybe there are things, maybe there are not. I honestly don't know. I only know that I take what he says on the answers that he's given, based on what he did, what he does know. He's not going to add anything. He's not going to make it appear a certain way to support anyone's narrative. He's going to speak truth. And I believe that's what he did. Yeah, I love how he stuck to the facts as he sees them and wouldn't be swayed into stating anything he didn't know to be true. Huge respect to Nickren for that. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at. I think he did the best that he could. He said in his previous live, he thought it was still suspicious. That says a lot, in my opinion. And then last night, he did give different scenarios of how an accident, but he reiterated that what he meant by accident was that something could have happened among the friends, among the party crowd. Something happened and they freaked out, hence the cover up, which then it would be a crime. He didn't say all that, but he was saying, could something have accidentally happened to Kylie and then she ended up in the lake? Yes. And I hope I'm not, taking that out of context. Like I said, I am kind of paraphrasing here, but from what I gathered from what he said, based on both of his lives that he's recently done, he does still think it's suspicious, but he's also going to give us logical, scientific facts and reasoning based on his training and based on what he saw from being there. Hey, Abby, how are you? Let's see. Sorry, I'm so behind. I always do this. Yes, Missy, he did. Without saying it, he pretty much did say that no one else saw the footage that he saw when he was on scene. From what he knows, they went into the FBI trailer or something like that. Like they handed it over to the detectives and the FBI. Now, my opinion, what I'm saying is that if SF is claiming to have seen any kind of footage, the only way I think that he could be privy to any of that information is if he then joined in with law enforcement in a cover-up kind of situation, if that is what happened. We do not know at this point exactly why there are so many lies, exactly why they can't prove that it's an accident. We don't know. We know that there's a lot of red flags. We know that we still have a bunch of questions, and we're not letting this go because we're not accepting the accident narrative. So, yeah. And hoping for answers, that's exactly right. That's all we want. We want truth. We want justice. We want exposure where it needs to be. And it is hard. It's hard to it's hard to do this and not have the answers that we're hoping for because we don't have any factual, evidence. We do have facts on certain things that we've put together that, we don't put out there. And that's anybody. Anybody can put connections together. Anybody can do some sleuthing and make connections between this person and that person or whatever it is in this case. Like there's so many different aspects to this case that there are things that are factual. Like the call logs that came in with possible sightings, like those things were factual. They're logged, they're documented, they're in the archives. People have screenshots of them. We know that there were possible sightings. And then it's like nothing was followed up on. That's really shady. Hi, Katie Bug. Good to see you here. Oh, she says she's at an appointment. Let's see. Sadly, accident narrative causes limited truths, I believe, because they did say it more it if more happens, then more info released, but since accident statement, they can't talk. Yeah, I don't know. All I can say, Mary, is that I hope that someday the correct people, the correct agency sees this case for what it is. If people on YouTube and out in the sleuthing world can pick up on these red flags, I am pretty sure there's going to be some kind of agency that is like, okay, this doesn't look right. We're going to investigate that, like internal affairs kind of thing. Like, I hope and pray for Kylie, for Trinity, for Dante, that some of this sheds light on a lot of corruption going on in that area. The training he is offering is what I am most excited about. More people trained in this kind of diving will help so many families. I agree, Crime and Crochet. I'm excited to see, like when he really gets up and going, and we follow him on YouTube, and just to see the things that this underwater investigation has me so intrigued. That book that he showed on his first live, I'm like, I want that book. I want to read about it. Like, I think it's very interesting. And you can tell he's passionate about it. So I'm super excited for him and Doug, because they're both going into underwater investigations. And, it just makes me wonder, if did Kylie's case kind of prompt them to take their paths into this new direction, to where we don't have so much of what happened in Kylie's case happen in future cases. Or this could be just be something that they've always wanted to do. Who knows? But either way, I'm excited for their future. Yes, I agree on CC. And yes. Bridget, as far as we know, CHP and FBI's case is still open. We do not know an exact date the car went in the water. Unfortunately, nobody really knows that. We can only assume and speculate based on research and facts, you know. That's a hard one to answer. I really don't know. I'd have to look back at all the call logs when if you're saying the last sighting of a car and Kylie was August 14th, then possibly after that. I do have videos on my channel, lives where they're titled AWP's interviews. I can't remember which one said it. Maybe Josh or Carson. I'm not exactly sure, but they did comment on the fact that the car possibly could have been put in after the 6th, which I myself personally believe that that car was not in the lake when law enforcement searched. I know that Nick said last night it could have just been lack of training and all of that, and I get where he can see that, but I just see it as it was not in the lake. There's no way that they missed that. The capabilities that those helicopters have with LiDAR, and I mean, how? How do you miss a car with all the technology that they did have? Katie Bug, yes. Although it was mentioned by SF. So, like I said, I don't take everything what he says to be factual. Um, we also did hear that from another creator who heard it from someone else. So again, you have to kind of try to pick out and decipher what you're going to really dig into and try to get to the bottom of it and present it as fact or just a theory or a rumor. Because unless you have hard evidence of something, unless you have receipts of something, you can't really go by it. But I would like to think that they were bugged and that everything was heard. But then again, was it by a corrupt FBI team? Who knows? That's the kind of questions I have. Hey, Blind, how are you? Did they interview Sammy? We don't know. The only thing I can speak on with that, and I do have a screenshot. I can't pull it up right now because I have no idea where it's at, but it's in my Kylie Rodney screenshots. So on Facebook, someone questioned, I believe on Placer County's page, that why aren't they questioning Sammy? Why aren't they looking into Sammy? Something of that nature. And then another person commented underneath and said, how do you know they haven't? And it shows that Placer County Sheriff liked the comment. Now, could they have just been doing that to throw us off, to make us believe they did? Of course. But I would like to think that they did question her, because how do you go with being the last person to have seen Kylie, to have seen her after the party or whatever, and not be questioned? You know, that's a huge red flag. Yeah, Aura. He lies about some things. He exaggerates about a lot of things. And there probably are tiny bits of truth. But number one, a PI is not going to jump on panels and talk. Like that's just not responsible. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the whole AAA thing. I didn't really dig into that, so I can't really have an opinion on that stuff. Um, Mark says, if an accident, why not talk? 400 people at a party, no pics, no one saw Kylie or her car, even with lights out in the dark woods. I want scuba with Nick. Yeah, if it was an accident, I'm sorry, it doesn't take this long to prove that it was a freaking accident. If it was an accident, then show us the proof. Show us the evidence that this is how her car ended up in the lake. This is how she ended up in the back of her vehicle. Show us that you have done your job and investigated the vehicle thoroughly, taken fingerprints of the vehicle, the steering wheel, all the seats, all the seat belts, the window, like everything in that car needed to be forensically examined. Did they do any of that? That's the kind of questions I have. Like, I have so many questions. Hi, Simply Smile. Welcome in. The links between Kylie Rodney, Trinity Backus, etc. Are they young adults and or higher up in authority? The links. The links is on different levels, honestly. If you do research, there's links there between friends, there's links there between adults, there's just multiple links in many different areas. Hi, Monarch Beach. How are you? Does anyone know if there is a bench for Kylie? If not, can we get one? I have heard that someone was working on getting that done. I don't remember who I heard that from, but I could find out and let you know. Just make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and if I have an update on that, I can let you guys know. But I'll definitely try to find out. I'm also dropping Sifa's channel. I think I added in my command. Yeah, I'm dropping Crochet's channel. We're all going to be covering up and talking about different things with Kylie's case as it comes and as we know. Yes, Alice. 100%. Who knows how he presented himself to the family? But yeah, so I mean, yeah, if we can find out, let's see. Uh geez. Let's see. Does anyone else remember when Mr. Checkit on Kylie's discarded effects found the plastic card holder for insurance? Grandpa showed up. He asked if there was anything in it, and Checkit shows it empty. Yeah, or I do remember that. I just keep thinking, I mean, if it was paper, it's documents, that's not going to last very long in water. So that's how I would explain it away, unless the folder was like completely waterproof. You know what I mean? I don't know about those. Yeah, so I do have someone letting me know that it was possibly Squirrel Girl that was going to get the bench. So I don't know if she was able to do that. None of us have really been in contact with her. At least I haven't. So yeah, if anybody knows any way that we could get a bench for Kylie, that would be amazing. And I'm pretty sure we can all get something, get put something together to have that done. Um, Mary, so there is a picture of a bench, and Cece is the one who had showed it originally, but this bench had already been out there. I don't think it was put up in memory of Kylie. I believe that bench was already out there. Maybe someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Liv, what was your question? Let me go back and try to find your question. Okay, this one. Do we know Dante's cause of death yet? Um, all they've said was that someone in chat said that he had succumbed to the elements, but I haven't seen that in an article myself, and we haven't been able to get any kind of anything for Dante. FOIA requests were denied, so we don't know anything on Dante, as far as I know. We're trying, we're working on it, but we haven't heard anything. Yeah, and this is what Sif is also letting me know that yeah, they would probably not be disintegrated and they'd be okay. So I don't really know. Okay, and yeah, so the articles said that it was the elements that he succumbed to the elements, and there was no foul play, of course. But that's as far as we know about Dante. Sorry to switch back and forth like that. But we haven't seen it in an official document. Alice, yes, I'm willing to help also. Maybe we can get with, certain people, call around that area to see who would do that kind of thing and get her a bench. I think that would be amazing. There's even like markers or things you can have done, but I think a bench would be great. Um Katie Bug, are you referring to Dante's family? That the family was going to do everything in their power to find out what happened. And I hope so. I hope that things are being done behind the scenes that we just don't know about. I hope they're investigating it because he needs justice as well. It's so much shadiness going on in that area. It's corruption on a massive level. It's a question though, if ever we could ask, which question, or let me go back and see what I missed. Yeah, Alice, I'm gonna get in touch with a couple of people and I'll get with you for sure. I'll text you and let you know, message you, DM you, and fill you in on that. All right. So to switch gears just for a moment, because I did cover Noel's case, I do want to show a couple of things. Oh, the insurance papers. That would be a good question to ask Grandpa. Yeah, I agree, Aura. I wanted to touch up on what was going on in Noel Rodriguez Alvarez's case. Because, like we said on Sipa's Live last night, that they had been doing more digging. I hadn't seen anything today, but yeah, gosh, it's the heavy, heavy, heavy stuff. So many would have taken this precious boy and loved him and cared for him like he deserved. I agree, Alice. I mean, I'm one of those parents that I could only have one child, and God had other plans for me. But had I had the opportunity to adopt one of these kids, like I think about Summer Wells, I think about Harmony Montgomery, all of those kids. There's so many kids that could be with in really nice homes, being loved as they should be, given the care that they need. And instead, we have parents that are just, for whatever reason, whatever she's going through, whether it be postpartum depression, whether it be, whatever it is, in my opinion, it doesn't justify what happened to him. If indeed that they find that, he was there. From what I'm understanding, it's the dogs have hit on human remains, so the scent is there. They haven't found anything yet, but it's like if he was once there, it just makes you think, so did they move him from there? And if so, where? It's just heartbreaking. This whole story is heartbreaking. You can't pick and choose which of your children you want to see grow up. Why leave one behind, right? She has 3 other children living with another family member. She has 6 children with her, and then she decided she just didn't want Noel. That is heartbreaking to me. And if CPS was involved, like the landowner was saying, because of her DWI and such, I just wish that they would have picked up on things such as their living conditions, and if he was malnourished like he was, did they not see that? I don't know, but it breaks my heart. I've done adoption, and it isn't easy, but it's for the best. Yeah, I really wish that more people could adopt. I wish they didn't make it so hard and sometimes so expensive to adopt, because we definitely would have done that. That would have been something, we actually did think about doing. And yeah, Alice, same. I have my one, and I'm blessed to have the one I have. How can anyone do how can you do anything like that to your child? Yeah. That's where I'm just like, I don't think there's anything she can say that would justify anything that she did to that little boy, you know? If there were human remains picked up on at that property, that just tells you something sinister likely happened. And there's a reason they're digging up the entire patio. Because if you remember when we did our live Monday, they were only digging up a small portion and they felt they didn't need to dig any further. However, I'm guessing once they brought in more dogs, because there were multiple canines, they did hit on multiple remains. There was a rug that was mentioned that was also laying over the patio that also the dogs hit on. So there were definitely human remains there at some point. And that's something they can't lie their way around. They can't explain away. They're going to get to the bottom of this. I have faith in this police department that they're going to get to the bottom of whatever happened to Noel. So that was my update on Noel. We talked a little, about Kylie Rodney, and again, Cece is having a live this evening. If you have maybe any questions for her or whatever, go leave her some comments on her live that she did with Nick, and I'm pretty sure she'll feel free to address any questions anyone may have about the interview that she had with Nick Wren. Another topic I want to just kind of touch on is mental health, and mainly when it comes to being a YouTube creator or even just a subscriber and a supporter. These cases can get really, really heavy. I think we all have seen exactly how heavy the Kylie Rodney case has been for so many. And then you had Trinity's case that came out. You had Dante's case that came out. You have Chloe Bogan, who we found out is a missing 15-year-old that we can't find any information on. And then you have to learn how to balance that mental health with your personal life, with your everyday life, with your friends, with your relationships. And I think it's important for people to take a step back sometimes and look at situations for what they are. If you take a break and you take a step back and you think to yourself, is this something I really want to be this involved in on this level of this magnitude? Would it be good for me to do that? Or is it best that I take a step back and I remove myself from this situation and I go about it a different way? That's also okay. And, I'm going to speak about this because this is my channel and I do have a voice. And I will say that, like, since Kylie's case for the last 8 months, I lost myself for a bit. I fell into a common trap that a lot of people have fell into regarding the Kylie case, where there's just so many theories, there's so many rumors, there's so many characters, and there's so much information that you don't know where to turn because you're doing so much. You're doing a lot. You're trying to piece together a puzzle that we may never piece together. And at the same time, you meet amazing people. You meet amazing people that become your friends. They're not just your subscribers. Like, you guys are all of my friends. You guys are like family to me. You're here to support me every single time I go live or when I do videos and such. And I appreciate every single one of you. Um, yes, people that are not in any of the discords, you guys are just kind of out here and you're seeing things unfold and you have questions and you're wondering what's going on, and I completely understand. I know how I would feel if I had certain creators that I was close to and I noticed things were changing and I had no explanation. All I can say is that my email is in my about me. My email is also pinned at the top of this chat. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can email me. I will feel free to answer any questions you may have. I do not hate any creator. I don't. I don't have any hate for anyone. Um, I feel like I had to take a step back. I had to realize a lot of things were not healthy for me. And I did what I did because I felt it was the right decision for myself. Now, the negativity and the backlash and all of that stuff that comes with, removing yourself or separating yourself from, for myself, speaking for me, removing myself from the situation I was in. I pray and hope that a lot of you know that it's not because I'm malicious, because I'm out here to start drama. I'm not digging on other creators. I'm not trying to bring anyone down. I am simply doing what I feel is best for me. And if that means separating myself from people who I have associated with in the past in order for me to move forward in this case, the way I think it needs to be brought, like the way it needs to be brought forward, then that's what I'm doing. I believe it needs to stick to being about facts. I believe it needs to be about using logical reasoning and, um, in the beginning, we were grasping at everything. A lot of us are still grasping, but we were digging into socials. We were making connections among friends and possible party goers, and possible adults were at the party, and we had distractions among the way that came in, and it's been a really, really, really long 8 months, and after a while, you have to realize that if you're wanting justice for any of these kids, you have to be able to look at it for what it is, not saying accept their narrative. I'm saying look at the stuff that you have, really reevaluate everything that you're going to be presenting, and know that you're presenting it as close to facts as you know to be possible, and to debunk any rumors or theories that are out there. I think that's very, very important because the rumors and the theories is what clouds a lot of people's judgment or what steers them in a different direction. And we want this to go forward. We want the correct eyes to see this. But if we have theories that are out there that are just wild and way out there, then that's not going to happen in the proper way. We need to be able to present this as factual as we can. So like I said, for those of you that are here, for those of you that are watching in the replay, um, I appreciate you. I know Sifa appreciates you. Crime and Crochet is working on vids. I'm so proud of her. Aura is our backbone. I'm thankful for the group of friends that I have. I am thankful for all of you guys in chat. I'm thankful for every single comment that you leave and you engage with me and you let me know your thoughts. And some people even fact check me or they'll point this out and I'm like, "Hey, you know what? Let me look into that." And I don't mind that. I don't mind taking the um the constructive criticism. And please point me out whenever I am wrong about something. If you can email me with something that said that you're like, "Hey, so I found this and you were talking about this on your live. Can you please correct it?" I am more than happy to do that. I am more than happy to prove myself wrong because in this case, I want everything to be right for Kylie. I want everything to be correct and as close to truth as we can possibly get. So I hope that does explain some of what is going on. For me, it was never leading as anything malicious. It was never about drama. For me, it was personal things that happened in the background, and I took a step back and I realized that this is not how I want to move forward. So I'm not going to apologize for choosing a different path. I'm not going to apologize for aligning myself with people who I feel build me up to continue building me up and we build each other up. Um, we don't have any intentions on, knocking anyone down or getting in their way or, demanding that they be here or there or whatever. Like, I am all about positivity. I am all about helping creators get to what they want for their channel. If you come to me and you say, "Hey, I would like to be a creator. Can you help me out with ideas or whatever?" Like, I'm all for it. Send me an email. Send any of these creators an email and we can help brainstorm and help get your channels up because that's what I'm about. If you want to get up and you want to make your channel and help these missing kids and help get justice for Kylie, let's do it. Kylie's army just grows stronger every single day. And I appreciate all of you that are here for Kylie, that are here for Trinity, that are here for Noel, for all of these children. Like, to sit here and name them all would take me hours, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Now, yeah, we do focus more intently on this particular area because we're noticing patterns. Um, Others are noticing patterns. We're not just imagining these things, we're making actual connections backed with receipts and truth. We might not show all of those things because I think it's important that you don't show everything, that you wait until you can get it into the correct hands. If I see one day that somebody's like properly investigating this investigation, then yeah, here's the information you need. I am all for it. So, again, if anybody has any questions for me that's going on with me and my channel, my separation from another creator's channel, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. You can ask them here in chat, you can ask them in a comment, or you can email me if you want to remain anonymous, and that will be kept between you and I. If there are things being said about me, feel free to email me and ask me if this is true. I'll admit to it. I don't mind holding myself accountable for things I may have said or done because, like I said, I lost myself for a while. I did. And it took me to take a step back, take a breather. Hindsight is 2020. And I realize who I am, what I want for my channel. And that's really all I have to say about that. Like, I'm going to move forward. Kylie's army goes stronger. We want to know what happened to Kiely Rodni. So now that I'm done venting and kind of just helping you guys get an understanding of the unknown, I hope that clears some things up, at least from my perspective. And yeah, if y'all have any questions about, any other creator, you guys know that I follow and have been doing panels with Aura, Crime and Crochet, Sifa. If you have any questions, Sifa has offered his email. Dang it. I have to. Sifa, put me your email, please. I'm sorry. I do know it. Hold on. I'm going to type it in chat. I think I know it. But reach out if you have questions. Please do that. I ask that. You can read what you come across on, community posts and whatnot. I myself made my own community post because I felt it important to let my subscribers know what was going on in my life. And there's going to be back and forth, and that's YouTube. I mean, it happens. We've seen it happen in multiple people's channels and channels that have left because of drama, and I don't want that. I don't want that for my channel. I want this to be a happy, drama-free zone, and I want you guys to be able to ask me questions and for me to be truthful and honest with you. Sorry. So Crime and Crochet says everyone needs a break for their own mental health. Sometimes we can't be at it 24/7 without looking after ourselves too. Exactly. We have to be able to look after ourselves. And that is what I feel a lot of us have done because we had to. We had to. It wasn't like an option for me. It wasn't a hesitation for me because I didn't like the person I was then, and I didn't use my voice like I should have, and now I am. So I think timing is everything. I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe I met MTP. I'm reading comments. I met amazing people because of the decisions I've made. And I'm realizing that I also have a lot of great supporters here that love me for me. And if you're here, I appreciate you 100% with all of my heart. I genuinely appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, definitely cannot pour from an empty cup. And my cup has definitely felt fuller than it has in a very long time. And I can say that with 100% honesty. And can I explain it? No. The only way I know how to explain it is I got lost in a lot because of the Kiely Rodni case being so heavy on my heart, on my mind, and everything else on top of it. It snowballed, and I had to do what I felt was best. So, Bridget, yes, we are definitely connected through Kiely. Stay strong for Kylie. You have love and dedication for yes, and we all do, Bridget. We all do. That is what I want to reiterate to you guys that because of you all, we have Kylie's army. I could just be up here talking to no one, but because I have you all who are also dedicated for her truth and justice, we have an amazing community. We have an amazing group of people that are fighting for justice. Thank you, Alice. Big hugs to you too. I've been broken so many times in so many rabbit holes for Kylie. I won't stop fighting and finding truth. I have found my people and have faith in their integrity, their capabilities. Yeah. Oh, the rabbit holes. My goodness. I'm still in rabbit holes. What do you mean? Like the rabbit holes have never ended. When, going into Gabby Petito's case, you had a few rabbit holes, but the facts are pretty much right there, except for the Brian Laundrie stuff, but I won't even get into that because that's my own theory. But, and then it's like with Kylie's case, I don't think I've gotten out of the rabbit hole. Like it's just been one thing after another. And this goes really deep. Hi Carpe Diem, thank you for joining. This case is huge. It's bigger than a lot of people may realize, and you can find that out by simple Google searches. I've seen people speak about how deep this is way back in September. Close friends of mine that seen how deep it was, and they decided to, I'm going to back away from this case because of what it is, and that's okay too. People have their reasons, and they have their boundaries and their limits. I will keep fighting until I can't fight anymore. I'm going to keep speaking about other cases as well, because I believe that all children matter, all lives matter. So yeah, keeping up with it is a task. It's difficult. And for me, myself, I can only manage to kind of cover 1 to 2 cases at a time, like in depth. So like right now it's Kylie and Noelle that I'm really invested in, but that doesn't mean that I don't see so much going on, like the Lutz family that Sifa talked about yesterday. If you haven't checked out the story on the Lutz family, that's another one that is really bothering me because this guy is known to be an abuser, multiple DV situations, and he left with the mother and the 2 children, and no one knows where they are. And he's talked about harming his family, and no one knows where they're at. These are all things I think are important because they need to be out there. Even if you're just sharing an article on your socials, if you're sharing any of our lives or videos on your socials, it puts their faces out there. It gets their names out there. You never know who's going to come across your content. You never know. So if you have the capabilities and different social media platforms to share anything that we talk about, please, please do so. Even if you just want to do your own research, not share a video, I'm okay with that too. Just get their names out there. Thank you, Jane. Big hugs to you also. In life, you have to make choices that are best for you. You can't get through life always worrying about what's best for everyone else when it comes to what you need. Oh, you couldn't have said that better. I'm a fixer. I'm an empath. I am a person who just wants to try to make everyone else happy. And I don't think about myself. I give and I give and I give until giving became heavy, and it became something that I had to look at from a different perspective. And it was hurtful. It wasn't an easy decision, but I realize now looking back that it was probably, the best decision that I could have made. And that doesn't mean anything negative towards anybody else. It's the best for me. Thank you, Aura. We appreciate you. And same for Crime and Crochet. You guys are the best. Alice, I'm so thankful for you. I'm thankful for all of you. Like I said, I can't say that enough. I really am thankful for all of you. Right. We're all imperfect. Raising imperfect people. I myself am not perfect. Far from it. And I never claimed to be. I'm pretty sure that there are things that I have done or said that I'm probably not proud of, and things that I believed in the Kylie case. And this goes back to the beginning, like SF stuff, Zap Girl. Oh, so many things that I just had to do my own research and debunk myself because I was believing this and that, and it's just it becomes too much. Uh, yeah, Michael, it might seem like a messed up situation, and some people handle it in a messed up way. Um, I'm not trying to go about it handling it in any kind of anything that is against my character. I'm handling it the best way I know how, and that is by keeping my subscribers informed on me. And I realize that many of you are also subscribed to other creators, and that is completely okay. Because at the end of the day, we have one goal, and that's justice for Kylie. So if you're out here, if you're out there on other creators' channels, please do that. Just also remember, and even here on my channel, if something doesn't sit right with you, or if there's something that I'm touching up on and you're like, that there's actual information that says otherwise, send it to me. Let me know. Shout it out in the chat. Hey, I have this and I can prove it, and I would like you to be informed. Let me know. Hi, Alice Walters. Welcome in. I know you came in a few minutes ago, but I'm just behind. Yeah, Sifa. I'm having my own TED Talk. Yep, it happens. I guess we all eventually need to just talk things out. I'm catching up. Yeah, not Tracy and Bridget, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being who y'all are also. Thank y'all for seeing all sides of the story, for listening to what I have to say, and for still returning here to my channel. Regardless of tension, regardless of what's going on, you're still showing up and you're here, and that means the world to me. Yeah, Alice, I agree completely. And like they said, I'm gonna get this quote all wrong, but change is the only constant in life. I believe I got that right. But yeah, there's going to be change, and sometimes change is good, sometimes change is not so great. But what might be good for you might seem bad to another person, and you know what I mean? Like this change for me is a positive change. Hi, Sifa. Welcome to my TED Talk. Oh God, I'm way behind. Hi, Robbie. How are you? Sif, are you there?
Yep, I was talking muted.
I didn't even notice the mute icon. I'm sorry.
Same. So the only thing constant is change.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, close.
What did I say different? The only thing constant in life is change.
Uh, mm,
Shush.
close.
But yeah. I know I'm due for a break myself. Yeah, Aura, you definitely need to take your own advice that you give us and give yourself a break. You can support us and all that, but you definitely need to take a break as well. And we completely understand that. Fred says, grab a potato. Oh, Grabby. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Gabby Petito grabbed me, but Kylie really has me sucked in. This case has been so confusing. I wish a few would come forward so we could sleep at night again. Right, Fred? And I can say the same. Gabby brought me to missing persons. But Kylie is a whole different level. I can't even explain it. She just grabbed all of our hearts. She has all of our heartstrings. So
Well, I think that the case has so many different aspects to it that someone can connect with at least one part, if not more. So I think that's kind of what draws us in, is we can relate to some extent to the case somewhere.
yeah, I guess I just haven't sat to really analyze and figure out what.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think just for me, what bothers me the most is that so many red flags. There's just so much wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see other police departments, like with Noel's case, that they're doing everything they can to get to the bottom of it. And it's like, why can't they all be that way? That's how it
Right.
should be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
By the way, I also wanted to thank chat for being here in support of you, because you are amazing.
Yeah, we have an amazing support system, and I'm thankful for you also for being up here
Of course.
supporting. And like I said, I'm thankful for all of you. I can't say it enough. I'll say it every live because I truly mean it. We have a great support system.
Well, and you're an amazing content creator.
I do my best. I
No, you
wouldn't,
do a good
I wouldn't
job.
say amazing, but thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And you're an amazing one too. Don't sell yourself short. Like, you're an amazing also.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But no,
Same. I'm
not
getting
quite.
there. I'm getting there too.
I still have like a lot of stuff to work on personally before I can consider myself as great.
And yeah, and that's the thing though. Like, I don't think we'll ever get up here and be like, I'm this great creator and I'm this not, because that's just not who we are. We're always striving to be the best that we can, and we're our biggest critics.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with, like, the people that are here to support me. If they're here, that shows that we have their support. So that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Yep. And perfection is not really tangible, but it is something that you can always work towards.
Right. Yeah. Or you're okay. I understand you needing to take a break. We completely understand that. And like I said, we're here. So definitely take a break. It's been a long 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh, thank you, Jane. I think having that is important. Having integrity is important. I think there's a way to present things. We're all gonna have our opinions and our theories on things, but making it known that, like, this is complete theory. This is nothing I have proof to back up on, but this is what I think. It's very important to make that be known and to clarify that when you are theorizing together. Because you guys know I like to engage with all of you in chat. I like to theorize with
Mm-hmm.
Sifa, and we talk things out in real time. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that it's like, we don't have proof of this. So again, it's just a theory. But yeah, Miss W, I just want to let you know I appreciate you. You comment
Cool.
on all of our videos, and you're always posting with your hearts, and never forget Kylie and Justice for Kylie. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Sifa.
So I see that Dan is in chat. Um, I'm going to drop my email again. I might have written it wrong the other night. If by chance you still can't get a hold of me, then please email Daisy, and she'll make sure that we get in contact.
Yeah, and my email is pinned at the top, so you can reach me or Sifa. Wanted to show this one. It's all about building one another up and not pulling up the ladder behind you. Right. Yes. Thank you, Crime and Crochet. You said that so perfectly. Like, you build one another up, and then you turn around and you extend your hand and you help others up because that's what you do. Like, you want that's the kind of friends that you need, and you want to build each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Not, I'm not going to say anymore, but yeah, build each other up. I think that's important.
Yep. Community and friends build together.
Right. And it's not a competition.
No.
It's not about getting the limelight. Like, it's not about that. It's getting together, getting the information, researching it behind the scenes, making sure you're presenting it as fact, and then getting up and talking about what you know.
Right.
Judy says to check your DM. I don't know if you saw that one
I
already.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you,
behind.
Judy.
Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate that. I think someone needs to step up and say something. Yeah, for Kylie, definitely. A bunch of someones needs to step up and own up, hold themselves accountable. I mean, look at the law enforcement, all the laws that were broken. They could start there.
Mm-hmm.
Something, but they're not doing anything. Or we appreciate you also. We appreciate all of you. Alice says we can differ in opinions and points of view, yet still coexist. Yes, that's important. We don't have to I mean, we all go to different creators channels, you know. We'll share different people's lives and we're like, hey, this person's live, blah blah blah. We go and we support other creators, and if they mention something that maybe we never heard before or something that we might know something different on, then I'll do the same thing. I'll kind of reach out and be like, hey, so I have this receipt if you want to touch up on it. You know what I mean? Like, we can have difference in opinions and points of views
Mm-hmm.
and still get along and get to coexist, like Alice says.
Well, and I think another aspect to that is that, there's a lot of people out here who don't see what happens behind the scenes.
Mhm.
Like they don't see when we do contact other creators and we do have discussions with them on things.
Right.
They just see what is presented on YouTube.
Right.
So sometimes it can be hard to kind of get the right kind of feel of, really
Yeah.
anything.
Of what's going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we are in touch with, especially Sifa. He has more connections than I do, but I'm getting there. And that's just by reaching out to these creators and being like, hey, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to, you know, talk to you guys. And so, yeah, I think it's important that as creators we do that.
Yeah. And like it's really like it's all about respect. People are more likely to respond if you show them respect.
Yes, that's huge on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. It's huge. Yeah, there's a way to go about doing it without, stepping on toes. And then in turn, what do? You have these creators that you could have potentially worked with that, your credibility kind of goes
Mm-hmm.
away if you don't go about it the right way. So like, I make it a point to try to reach out to every single creator that I want to collab with or whatever it may be.
Right.
Bridget said, when we do speculate, we end up being right and they end up providing us the answers. We all have seen their red flags and we know they know. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things that, like I said, we've made connections between things that, that are facts that they can't deny, but all we can do is sit on that information for now because
Mm-hmm.
we don't have anybody to. I would love it if one day there was this freaking huge press conference and they were like, we are investigating the case of Kylie Rodney. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Or at least a press conference saying, hey, here's why it's an accident.
Right. Show me how.
Yeah, because, usually after, everything that's happened, normally there is a press conference. Not here,
Just
apparently, for some weird
silence.
reason.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got LE that gets really sweaty, really nervous, and they go squeeze under a rock and they're like, oh, I'm not coming out. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? It's your job.
But
So,
that's what they're failing to realize is that Kylie's case did open a whole lot of little
uh-oh.
doors.
Whole lot of little uh-ohs.
Yeah.
Nina, stop.
Fred, I wanted to comment on what you were saying. I did the same thing. So at one point when the Idaho stuff first happened, I was focused on that case for about a month or two. And then I realized quickly that there was no way I could handle that case on top of Kylie's case. And then when you look at the Idaho case, they have who they think, who allegedly is the suspect. So it's like that case is just too much for me to even try to dig into. So I stick to Kylie's case and I stick to these other missing children that are not getting any attention, that are not gaining traction like they should. Leaders creating leaders. I like that, Robbie. Yep, exactly. And Mark. I miss Mark Morning, or I miss him a whole lot. Let me catch up. Yes, Judy. It's not who solves it, it's what gets solved. Exactly. And we all bring something to the table. We all have different areas that we are, some people are better at than others or whatever. And we all work together. You bring that information together, you put it in a file or a location or whatever you do with it, but like you collab with each other. And then that way, whenever something does happen someday, like I said, if some investigator higher ups are like, so we're looking into this case, and then we have information they may need, hey, here you go. I'm more than willing to share that with them. But with the correct people, not any of Nevada County or any of them people. Yeah, Miss W, it is good vibes here. I love the good, positive vibes. And that's why I said I'm thankful for all of you. Hi, King Scarlet. You'll have to rewind a little bit. I just vented some, explained my situation some. We talked about Kylie and Noelle, but yeah. Alice wants to know what's your pet's name, Sifa.
You're super behind.
I know. You already said Nina?
Yep.
Oh, well, you have to deal with it. Justice may not come in the way we want it to, but keeping integrity, shining that light on the truth, and pushing for change in our society may just prevent the next Kylie, the next Trinity, the next. Exactly, Aura. That's what we were talking about. It might not come in the way we want it to, but it could help future cases.
Yeah. Justice comes in many forms.
Yep. Oh, sorry. I think you already saw. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Not going to pull it up. Where you and Alice, that's her daughter's name, a nickname. Or not a nickname. Who did I miss coming in? Megapints. I didn't even see Megapints come in. Hi, Megapints. How are you? Glad to see you here. Kim K. The kids, their families, truth are what's important. Many different voices are needed and appreciated, including you, Daisies, and Sifa as well. Thank you, Kim K. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's all we're trying to do is get the truth out there. A bit of humor. Suddenly a picture of Sam Brown became my screensaver out of the blue yesterday. What? If a picture of Sam Brown became my screensaver, I would be like, hold up.
That would have made me as nervous as he is at Oppressor.
That is freaking hilarious. Oh my God. Crosshatch UK is having a hard time with the bad apples that have come over. That, yeah, it's getting real blatant, just taking it off the street. Yeah, it's happening everywhere. It's a worldwide problem. It's not just here. It's everywhere.
Mm-mm.
And it's sickening. And then they censor so much on YouTube that you can't even really talk about it without it being them taking your live stream down or attempting to anyway.
Right.
Crime Crochet, that's terrifying. For real. If I would just open my computer and saw his face on there, I'd be like, whoa, no. What is my computer doing? Crosshatch, how are you today?
I'd probably trade mine in for a new one. Be like, nah, nope.
This has a defect. I need you to take this back, please.
This one's a little fucky.
It must be from Truckee.
Right?
Oh my God. Let me see. I had starred. Oh, okay, I already read those. But yeah, so thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. I mean, I think it's been a long time coming for all of us. You had obviously needed to get it out last night. I did today.
Mm-hmm.
And it is what it is. I'm taking it a day at a time. Again, I'm not here to put anyone else down. I'm not here to bring anyone else down. I am simply here to take a step back and do what I feel needs to be done for me. So.
Oh, crosshatch. Yes. Accurate.
You're good, Alice. You're a good mod. Thank you. We get torn apart as racists when we bring up the problem, but what I've looked into is rife, and I had no idea. I don't care about color. I care about the children 100%. Every life matters. I hear my phone going off, and I don't know where it's at. It's not under my pillow. Oh, I don't know where it's at. I'll have to call him back. King Scarlet, you are more than welcome to say something. I just want to say in Kylie's case, there are people that dislike certain people or creators, and I just want to say that I love everyone and support everyone. I am interested in Kylie's justice. Thank you for saying that, King Scarlet. A lot of people do feel that way. A lot of people want to be able to go to different creators that are still covering Kylie because there aren't as many. So I think it is very important that if, you're here for Kylie's justice, that you do go and hear other creators, what they have to say. And then it's up to you how you perceive that information, or if you choose to dig into the information that you're presented with. And like I said, that's for me included. If I touch up on something and I say something that that you can prove otherwise, or different information, like, please let me know. But yeah, I think that everyone should be able to get along, and I support and love everyone. So yeah, same. Where is it? I hear it. I found it. Sifa. Oh,
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh my God. Who called me? Let me see. Okay, it was just a freaking spam risk call. But thank you for helping me find the phone. Which video are you talking about, Crosshatch? What did I miss? Fear for the guy's grandkids. It hits your heart. Feels like it's gonna jump out your chest. Do you know what case that would be?
I don't.
Crosshatch, feel free to, let us know what case you're talking about. Oh. Oh, your last upload. Okay, yeah, I did
Mm.
get the notification. I just have to go and check it out. But we'll definitely do that. Let me grab, if I can slow chat down. Okay, so I'm gonna drop Crosshatch's channel in the chat. And you guys can go and check that out. Also, if you're a creator here that has a channel, you can feel free to drop your link if you're a mod. If not, let me know and we'll grab it for you to drop. I'll go ahead and do Sifa and crochet. I need to add Wisco and CC and all that. I need to do like you do.
Mm-hmm.
Can we combine our nightbots? Like cluster. Come on, come over. Help me out. You're welcome, Crosshatch. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Sifa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crime Watch with Kenny, by the way, said that he was thinking about doing a live soon. He didn't give a date, but he is thinking about doing a live soon. So that will be amazing to watch for those of you who know Crime Watch with Kenny. He has some good videos on Kylie, and I'm interested to see him go live. I'm excited for him. Going to highlight what's going on in UK because I used to say to you guys, wow, you have so many going missing. Well, the numbers here is in the 100,000s a year. Yeah, it's like I said, it's worldwide, and good for you for getting it out, for the UK. We'll definitely check it out. But thank you, chat, for being respectful. Thank you again for being here. Hi, Cece. Welcome in. Good to see you. This is not a competition. This is about justice only. Every single word that is spoken affects someone in one way or another. Yes, it does. Words do affect more than people realize. And that's what makes it hard. That's what makes it tough. And like I said, it was a hard decision, but I did it for me. And a lot of people do have to do that. You have to learn who is you have to surround yourself with those that build you up and that make you feel good and give you positive vibes and cheer everyone on. Because like Cece said, it's about justice and truth, and that's what we're all about. Looking forward to your live later, Cece. I did drop your link earlier, and I'll go ahead and drop it again to your video, to your channel. Or I know you probably already just did that, didn't you, Sifa?
What?
Cece's link, but I'm gonna drop the link
No,
to her.
I haven't yet. Or
Okay.
maybe.
I just dropped Cece's live that she's doing later tonight. So go over and click notify me so you'll be able to see Cece's live later. Yes, Alice. Words hurt, but so does the lack of words. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Understatement of the year.
Yeah, the lack of words causes not physical pain, but psychological, which is harder to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, because then you're just sitting wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Words and words choice matter. Yeah. I agree. Cece, I'm praying for you. You know that I'm here for you. Same. It's anxiety, it's heartache. And I do appreciate everyone here. But yeah, YouTube is awful sometimes, especially in the true crime community. It's just, I watched it unfold with the Summer Wells case, but not as a creator. And I saw that, and then after even seeing that and still becoming a creator for Kylie's case, I didn't see it being this way. But yeah, you see the good, the bad, and the ugly when you become a creator. And just a subscriber. You see it all. Sifa, yes. I thought I put it in back chat. Yeah, I did see it.
Well, I met everyone else.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just letting you know that it did go out, though. Drop this to your live. And yeah, Cece, if you're still here, if you rewind just a little bit, I do explain my situation and my rant and all that, but I'm going to use my voice as I see fit. And, you know, those who like it are here for me, and those who don't, I don't know. I have no control over anyone else's actions. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're trying to do good, and then you just have to fight off the bad, and that's sometimes so draining and so exhausting. You are valued and loved, Cece, 100%. I back up what Aura says here. Hoping for answers, you booted yourself by mistake. Yeah, I like that song. That's a good song, Crochet. And we won't. We will just keep doing what we're doing, and we're going to take care of each other, take care of ourselves, present what we know, debunk what we can. I think those are some of the most important things that I'm focusing on right now. Sometimes the loudest voices are only there to control those quietly in the background. Oof. Fighting is draining and exhausting. Yes, it is. Very. Thank you, Cece. We love you, and we will definitely see you there. All right, guys. So 2 hours. I am good. I need a break. I need to find something to eat besides M&Ms. But again, I appreciate you all. If you're watching on replay, I appreciate you also. And again, email me if you have any questions. Thank you all for being here. I hope that you all have a great day. Sifa is going live here in a bit.
Yeah, like right now.
Is it right now? How
Yeah.
long did you drop it?
That's why I was
Oh.
asking if you got the notification.
Oh, well, no, I can't do that much multitasking. Thank you, Alice and Robbie. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for the support. I love y'all. Just y'all's words have helped me tremendously. But yeah, so if everyone wants to jump over to Sifa's live, he's going live right now. So shoo, go over there. I'll meet you there, Sifa. Thank you for being up here, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Love you guys.
And I will see you all in Sifa's live in just a few minutes. And then tonight we'll be in Cece's live.
Mhm.
So thank you guys. Y'all have a great day.